Black, 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 black. Are you scared?
How does that word make you feel?
Are you annoyed?
Are you proud?
Are you terrified?
Are you scared?
Did you just clutch your purse? Did you just call the police on us? Oh my god. Why? It's a serious issue, guys. So today, there's no what's poppin', what's good, it's none of that. There's a lot going on in social media, in the world, and honestly, we decided that this channel was not going to be about politics, religion, whatever it was. It's going to be about our day-to-day lives. But realistically, we are black.
We turned out our phone this morning. Literally, the whole world was just insane. This whole week was insane. And I thought Corona was the problem.
Killing us, but
guess what? It's not. But yeah, so I've been mad all morning. Yeah. On top of that, my friend sent me some racist thing. So I was just mad. So I think it's time for us to address the certain issues at our hand, and for you guys, the viewers out there, to understand that this is not us hating on non-people of color, people who are brown, Indian, Asian, white, Caucasian, whatever you want to call it. It's not hating on other people. This is a reality that we go through every single day. The reality that if we do have children, if we do have sons, that the chances are they might be shot dead just for crossing the street. They might be shot for wearing Jordans that might be too expensive and they look like they can't afford. That's just the reality of the issue. So we're going to address certain topics that we feel very strongly about, and we are pro-black people. We are all Black Lives Matter. Yes, all lives matter, but Black lives matter. There's no such thing as all lives matter. Yes, that's obvious. There's a reason why Black lives matter, because we're dying out here, because people are killing us out here, because we're being stopped, we're being judged because of our skin tone. That's why Black lives matter. There's no such thing as all lives matter. Yeah, you're alive. You matter.
That's obvious.
You matter. We get it. I matter. She matter.
We all matter. But the problem is, Black people are being killed left, right, and center. And the reason why it's being more apparent is because people have phones, people are recording, people are not being sold anymore, and we shouldn't. The reality is, we live in Canada, and people make it seem like Canada's this big multicultural pot. It's not what people make it seem like. It is not what it is. At the end of the day, the reason why we did not want to do this on our channel, because it's easier for us to be uncomfortable about the fact that we are black to make other people comfortable. That's reality. When you were born black, your whole entire purpose when you wake up in the morning, you leave your house, you pray to God you don't get shot. You pray to God you don't go through racism. Is that you have to make it through the day trying to make other people feel comfortable. Trying to make sure that you're not saying something that's derogatory, or you're not, thinking, moving a certain way to make other people feel like they might need to shoot you. They might need to call the cops on you. You know what it is? It's just a harsh reality that people don't need to understand.
And Canada is mostly, Toronto, mostly there are a lot of people of colors. There's a lot, and are mostly trying to be like black or fit into the
black culture.
Yeah, which is, yes, we do have beautiful culture. Yes, we do have swag. We have music. We have all these beautiful things. But there's certain boundaries that you cannot cross. Whether you like it or not, these are just meant to be for black people. For example, the N-word. I don't care what color you are. If you're not dark, if you're not from anywhere
if you're not of African descent, if you're not African American, African Canadian, African whatever, you should not be saying the N-word. Period. No one should be saying the N-word, but if you are saying the N-word, please be of color. And I mean of African color. That's what I mean. If your friends are Indian, Asian, white, whatever it is, and you allow your friends to say the N-word, you yourself should be just black card revoked, period. Because you are ignorant to see that just because you have black friends or because your friends are Indian or Asian and they're still minorities that they can use the N-word. Be very clear. Asian people are racist to black people. Indian people are racist to black people. They don't want us to marry their people, their brothers, their sisters, their daughters. They don't want us to marry their kind. Let's be very clear. So when you see your friends, your brethren in the streets and they're saying the N-word, check your friends, because your sister can't marry them. They can't go home to them. But let's be very, very clear right now. If you're not black, don't say the N-word. If you are black, don't say the N-word. Period.
And yes, the reason why we're saying this is because one of our friends was having a conversation with her boyfriend, well, not boyfriend, but a guy that's her friend. So she sent me a screenshot of Snapchat. We'll put it on without his name.
We'll post it.
Yeah. So basically, he's saying that he could say the N-word because he's not white. He's Indian and he's brown and he has Greek in him, I believe.
Yeah.
And he's saying that he can say the N-word. He can even say the ER. And he said he has said it before because he has black friends and they allow him. And when he's around, he just jokes around with the word. But I'm sorry, it's very offensive. It's not meant to be used. Either if it's just the N-word or the ER, the meaning is the same thing. I'm sorry, it's the same thing.
It's meant to oppress our people.
Yes, we as black people made it the N-word without the ER to agree to each other, to the way we talk.
It's a part of our hip-hop culture. And my thing is, when people want to be like, oh, well, white rappers say it, or blah, 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 you need to understand that the N-word, the G-A N-word, comes part of a community, part of a history. You need to go back to the root of hip-hop. I'm not talking about this mediocre shit that's going down in hip-hop today. I'm talking about the real root of hip-hop, and you need to understand where that word came from. You need to listen to people like Ice Cube, who dropped their first official albums and had literally talking about the street, what was happening in LA, what was going down. You need to understand that the N-word came from a rage, from hatred of white people. You need to understand that.
There's a bigger meaning to it. I don't even think half of you know what the actual word means. It's very oppressing. It's very wrong word. You have no right to say the N-word. No. You don't.
And people want to be
even
like...
black people, come on. Let's use the word less. Let's not give other race the comfort that they can use
be like, you said it so I can say it. Are you stupid? Don't ever give anybody the opinion or the opportunity to be like, you said it so I can say it, or you did that so I can do it. Don't ever give anybody, even if it's a person of color, the opportunity to ever look at you and be like, because you did it, I can do it. First off, if you even say that, you're dumb. Secondly, for people who want to be like, okay, well, Indians and Asians were also enslaved. You need to go back into slavery times and realize it was not just white people who enslaved black people. If you look back into history times, the black race is the only race among mankind that was enslaved the longest by every single race on this planet. Asian people enslaved black people. Indian people enslaved black people. Every race on this planet enslaved our kind of people. So you need to understand, yes, we love your support. We love you want to stand in arms with us. We get it. But what you need to do is you need to check your dad who wants to be in Walmart looking at black people like, oh my God, he sold something, da 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 da. You need to check your Asian brother who's about to be like, nah, you can't marry my sister, man. We have to stick between the family lines, blah, 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 blah. You need to check your people. You have black friends, check your family first, then check yourself, and then check everybody else around you. We get it. You want to be part of us. You want to be part of this culture. But at the end of the day, you want to listen to our music. You want to sleep with our people. You want to dress like us, act like us. But when it comes down to it, you will never be us. You will never have the same malicious things happen to you. Yes, you can look like us. You can be Khloe Kardashian and tan yourself as much as you want to. You can sleep with as many black men as you want to, have as many mixed babies as you want to, like the Kardashians, but you will never go through the same things as us. Period. That's just what it is.
And you have to understand that we're not saying all people are racist, all people do the wrong thing, but even if you're not consciously doing it, you're doing it. For example, when I first came to Canada, I had a very nice neighbor. He's Caucasian. He's very old, and he does these little jokes. Like he comes across the street, and he will be walking barefoot. He's like, "Look, I'm in Africa, like you were." I was 12. Honestly, didn't care.
Those people are low-key racist.
Yeah, and it's not even that he's racist. He's honestly the most nicest person I ever met. That's Caucasian, but low-key it hurt. I'm like, okay, yes, I have done that. It is my culture. It is a part of my culture. Yes, I would walk down the street with barefoot. It's not like there's dogs or birds that are going to be pooping. I grew up like that. And there are people actually without shoes that are walking like that. It's not fun because I've seen it growing up. I have family still there that walk and that carry that big bottle of water on their neck and walking miles to get that water to their house. It's not easy life. I get it. It's funny because we waste water. We do whatever here. but it low-key hurts. I still do have a family back home that I'm trying to support, or I'm trying to live for them a better life for myself, because it's not easy. I get it. He meant nothing. He meant it as any wrong. He didn't mean it as a wrong way. He didn't mean it to be racist, but it was. As a 12-year-old that just got to this country, it did hit me. It did hit me, and I cannot get rid of it, because he does that little things all the time, like little jokes like that, and it wasn't fun. I'm sorry, it wasn't fun. And me going to school, people trying to say, oh, can I touch your hair? Look, this new girl came, and I just got here. My hair is always afro. I'm 12. I'm not about to straighten my hair, but I did abuse my hair a lot, because those people, those little boys or those little girls, they made me hate my hair. They made me hate the way I looked. And still, until these days, these rappers, these actors, all these, they straighten their hair all the time. Yeah. They bleach their skin all the time. I want to get nose surgery, but it's wrong of me to do that. I have big nose. Sure, I'm African. I have big lips. But that's just wrong, because I didn't hate myself. I didn't grow up to hate myself. When I got here, the people that are accepted, the people that are being seen beautiful, that was not me. That was not us. This was not considered as beautiful. Right now, I'm gorgeous. We're gorgeous. We're beautiful. But seeing my niece, my nephew growing up in this generation,
it's tragic.
Yeah, I don't want my niece to hate her hair. She has the most beautiful hair I've ever seen. Like, it's so big. It's beautiful. I do not want her to hate it. I do not want her to abuse it by straightening it to fit in with her white friends.
And people who want to be like, oh, but yeah, you guys wear weave, or you did that. You need to understand the history behind our hair. You need to understand, yeah, I have weaving right now, but the meaning of that being is, it's hot, okay? Secondly, it's a protective style. I'm not wearing this because I'm ashamed of my 4A, 4B hair. Period. It's not what the case is.
It's culture.
It's part of our culture. It's part of who we are. Let's be very clear. We were the first people to do that, and then other people started doing it. So realistically, who's copying who here?
No, even if we're doing that, it's only because you guys made us hate ourselves, our hair, because the normal hair is straight.
I remember being a kid, and my mom used to, it got to when I was 13, my mom used to perm my hair, or she would straighten my hair on special occasions, because you guys, people who have kids, you need to stop instilling to your kids' hair in minds that when it's a special occasion, when it's a special time, their hair needs to be straight. That only instills in your kid's mind that straight hair is for important days, like their wedding or whatever it is. Your hair is beautiful. Your hair should be able to be on your wedding day, being 4C, 4A, whatever it is, natural, whatever it is. You should never tell your kids, oh, your hair needs to be permed or straightened because of blah, 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 blah. Period. Pause it. And the people who have children, my dad raised me to be very aware. Not woke, whatever you guys want to call it. Just very aware of the fact that I am black. I will produce black kids. Very aware. I learned about the safe triangle before I was even like 7. I knew about my history beyond Malcolm X, Martin Luther King. I knew about people from Africa who instilled the black rights movement before it was the black rights movement. I know about people that are way past the textbook. You need to instill into your children that it's not just education that matters. If you have that knowledge, it isn't. If you have that knowledge in your head and you're not doing anything with it, you're just as worse as these people who are killing our people. Because why be knowledgeable, why know things and not do anything about it? Because at the end of the day, you may see me as somebody who hates white people, whatever it is. That's not the case. I love my people. I love me, myself, and I, and my people before I will love another kind. Period. I will protect my brother, my sisters, before I protect somebody else. Because you are the people who are going to kill us, hurt us, put us in prison. It is what it is. Acknowledge yourself. Do not ever look at your children and be like, oh, don't see that, or don't do that. Or if you see something that's injustice happening, keep to yourself because you don't want to be involved. You don't want to be sent to jail, blah, 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 blah. If you see a brother or sister being unjustified, being prejudiced or whatever towards another black person, stand up for your brothers and sisters. Don't ever look at your kids and be like, don't get involved. That could be your kid. That's the story. That's what it is. Literally in Toronto yesterday, a little girl got pushed off of the balcony by police and people are silencing it. That could have been your daughter, your cousin, your aunt, your sister, somebody. But because it's not part of your family, you're not sharing it. You're not reposting it. You're not doing whatever it is. But you got black friends, right? Cool.
And also, we have to understand as black people, yes, we hate the fact that it's happening. Yes, this is building up more hatred, but we're not supposed to be destroying things through our hatred. We're supposed to make something beautiful out of it. We're supposed to work together. We're supposed to be one, because I'm sorry, we're not one. There is a lot.
Not. The reason why we were enslaved for so many years, the reason why other people decided to oppress us, because we're not a uses. Support your kind first, like everybody else. Be selfish for once. Support people of your own color. You see Asians and white people doing it all the time. Asian people, Tim Hortons, Flash News, every Tim Hortons in Scarborough, the GTA is owned by Tim Hortons, is owned by Indian man, an Indian girl. They're all together in this, all one thing. How about you buy at Tim Hortons? Only eat at that Tim Hortons. Let black people support each other, man.
No, we do what we can, but there's also a lot of hate. There's also this idea of black women acting ratchet, black women being this black man stealing, black man being violent. It's not true. It's
just not ugly.
And anybody can be violent.
Anybody can be ratchet. Anybody can be ghetto. But these derogatory terms, these ugly terms are only used for black people. Like, I really know one person in my life who constantly calls me ratchet because I'm loud, because I'm boisterous, because I'm opinionated. I'm not ratchet. I'm not ghetto. The reality is, I just know myself as a person. I know my personality, and because it's used as a term as ratchet or ghetto, that's what's being placed on me. That's terrible. It makes people feel awful inside, because the reality is, just because I'm opinionated and I know what I'm talking about, or because, like, I can even multiple times where you guys are not thinking, but we're educated. We go to school. There's been plenty of times where I had to check a teacher and let them know, just because I am black and I'm loud and opinionated does not mean I'm ghetto or ratchet. Does not mean you get to give me a lower letter grade because of how I may appear to see, like, whatever it is. If I am educated, I am smart, I deserve the grade that I put down on the paper. You should not judge somebody by how loud they are, what they're doing, how they're dressed. You shouldn't. But that is the reality. Using the word ghetto or ratchet, first off, ratchet is a tool. It's a tool. You use it as a fucking tool. First off, it's not used to describe a person. Get idiots. Whatever.
But yeah, today, honestly, there's a lot more to talk about. There's a lot more to say. But we do not have time to do this, to even get started before we say something offensive, before we say something wrong.
See, that's another thing. Why do we always have to, literally before we recorded this video, somebody was just like, make sure you're careful about what you put on the internet, blah, 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 blah. We have to be so careful about what we say, how we say it, and put on the internet, how we will be perceived by other people.
One thing I would say is, I consider myself as racist. I'm sorry, I am. And I can't be racist. I can't. I didn't do anything to anybody. But I do dislike the people that are torturing my people. Yes. I do dislike the people that are not giving us the right justice. The
opportunities to be humans.
I do hate the fact that 3% of black people get stopped, get killed because of their skin color. I do hate the fact that, and I'm sorry if I see your color and question you first, because that's what I thought.
Because you question us first.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I'm learning to judge a person by their skin color first, because that's what the society is.
And you know what's crazy? You hear what she just said? She's learning. Being racist is not a habit that was in, like, you know, like you were born with. It's something that you learn. Because us growing up, we never learned to be racist. Our fathers, our mothers, whoever raised us, never, like, taught us to be racist. My dad is very opinionated to white people, but he never taught me to be racist to white people. Now that I'm older, I'm learning how I can maneuver around white people, what I need to say to make sure that I get paid, or to make sure I get my grade, you know what I mean? Now I'm learning how to think smarter than them, how to think beyond them, just to prove I can be as equal as them.
And
that should not be the world.
Harder.
You know?
And even honestly, back home, when a white person come to visit, they were like gods. They were seen like, oh my gosh.
You know that living room that you have that nobody goes into and then has that little plastic thing on it?
Everybody was so excited to see. Whenever I see a white person, like, oh my gosh, look at that white person. And I came here, I was so excited because they're white. They're known to be powerful people. And I was just, wow, white people. I was just impressed with white people until I got here, and I have so much hatred. I didn't create that. You the actions that I've seen, that created inside me the hatred of what they do to people like my skin tone, like our skin tone. It's just crazy. I did not learn to hate you. I was actually raised to admire you.
You guys were superior, to think you guys were this hero. We had a freaking hero complex for white people. I remember there was this one girl in my school, and it was just like, everybody wanted to be her friend because she was that one white girl. But it was just like, why do I need to be your friend to feel validated? That was retarded to me. That was insane to me. I shouldn't have used that word. That was insane to me. You know what I mean? I know. That was bad. That was really bad. You see? That was bad. I shouldn't have used that word. But it's like, you see how I made a mistake and I corrected that mistake? White people non-color don't do that. That's what I'm saying.
We're not trying to say all white people are bad.
No, we're not
trying to say Indians are bad. We're not trying to say
Asian people are bad. But the reality is, we're tired of being oppressed. We're tired of being killed. We're tired of being thrown off balconies.
We're tired of having our culture stolen from us. And there's nothing we can do about it.
Don't eat jerk chicken no more. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of seeing everything have jerk chicken flavor upon it. Yo, like, it stresses me.
No, even if you steal the culture, at least appreciate the people that created it.
At least say, like, I don't want to see
if you're wearing braids with your blonde hair, guess who invented the braids? We did. We put rice in our hair to feed our children. That's how braids came up. And we have kinky hair that we cannot handle, so we have to come up with a safer and something that lasts longer.
First off, it wasn't the fact that we could not handle our hair. It was the fact that when it was slavery time, you did not have time to put product into your hair. You didn't have time to figure out what worked for your hair.
I'm sorry, it's a lot. Our hair is a lot difficult to handle. I love it though. I love the work. I love seeing the result. I love putting wash day for my hair, because it's me. That was a part of me. I love doing it. But it's not easy work. I'm sorry, I cannot wash my hair like Karen and blow dry it and go on my day. No, for the day, just guys, please, whether we're every color, let's work together. Let's be friends. Stop this hatred. I'm gonna continue on hating until y'all stop. I'm sorry.
It's not even. We're not hating. We're going to continue to not be silent until you guys decide that as a society, as a whole, as a race of people of non-color, to see us as equals, to treat us as human beings, not freaking monkeys. Like, who do you think we are? Like, stop.
The fact that it took a guy to die by getting choked over the
multiple
neck
people to die.
To actually, what is it gonna take for us to work together?
What is it gonna take?
From four police officers on one man in handcuffs. How can you not? One could have handled that. One by just shoving him into a police car and take him.
Yes.
And he was honestly I was just doing more research on him. He's a genuine man who is.
He died on camera. Died begging for air. Died begging for his life. Let's be very clear. It was not just white people involved in this crime. There was an Asian police officer standing there, did nothing. Let's be very clear. The hate on black people is very prevalent. And the reason why it's happening right now and it's so more obscene and seen by society is because we have cameras, because we can afford them now.
Anyways, we're not violent. We're not hating on anyone.
We're not hating on anybody.
There's no black person I have met that is violent like that. How you see us.
How you perceive us to be.
We're just trying to survive.
Black people are not innately violent, just on sight. That's not what it is. Anybody can have anger issues. Anybody could go and punch somebody in the face. It's if you provoke somebody, just like any other race, if you provoke us, obviously we will retaliate. Don't make it seem like we're just violent people who will come and snatch your purse, violent people who will come rape your daughters. That's not what the reality is. That's the reality that you created in the media about us, which is sad.
If we sell drugs, it's to survive because we can't get hired.
Let's be very clear. Drugs did not get into the black communities by themselves. Drugs are put into the black community by white people, by other people of color.
And not every black person
deals drugs, has a gun.
There's black brothers trying to find their life in this world, trying to make something for themselves. And honestly, the fact that we have to get educated in order to get some type
education is the most. When you are a black kid,
respect in this world, it's just sad. And even honestly, first you're gonna see the color. You're gonna judge me of the color. You're gonna say, where's the drugs because you're black? Until I say, no, wait, I am a student. I do this, and I have a paper to prove it.
I have a PhD. That should not be the case.
And the fact that we already have to make so much sacrifices to survive in this world.
So much.
Work hard in our education. Work hard in a workplace.
Dress better. Look better.
We already have it enough. We already have to do so much. We already suffer enough. Let our people breathe.
Let us be.
We can't breathe right now. See the guy that is
You're
on the
stepping
ground
on our
saying,
necks.
I can't breathe. We can't breathe. That's literally what
That's
it
what
is.
the reality is. We are being oppressed.
And we're hurting. We can't breathe.
Suffocating. And now that we're standing up for ourselves, we're getting off of our knees and we're linking arms together and we're starting this, this war together. You need to stand up and you need to step back. Like, I gotta swear, you need to step back, step off.
Yeah, and if you're not any other race, just don't use the words. And black people, let's not use
it, period.
I know that's just how we are. We greeting each other, we're approaching, we're showing that we're friends. But look what it's getting at. Just don't use the word. Be respectful. Work us together. Power!
Treat everybody as equal human beings. Everybody should be seen the same, viewed the same, or respected the same. That's all I have to say.
For the good. Use
for the
anger
good. Don't break into stores. Don't be racist to other people. Don't do any of that. The point is, use your anger to gain knowledge, to link together as one race. Use your anger to uplift another black person. Use your anger in a positive way. Don't make them or don't give them any other reason to make us feel and be viewed as negativity.
Don't be violent. But what you need to do is use your mouth. Educate these uneducated people. Let them know that them saying the N-word in front of you, it hurts. Because they have no rights to use it.
The tongue is a very powerful thing. Yeah. And as you can see through media, me, a white person saying the N-word or me saying Karen, whatever it is, holds a lot of weight. So use your tongue, use your mouth as your power, as your weapon to shield against these people. Use it as your source. If you're religious, use that as your gain to do something good. If you're non-religious, still do something good. Be positive. Be hopeful. I know it's hard to say, but we need to all link up as one, as a unity, as a community to help strengthen this bond, to defeat people who are throwing us off balconies, who are stepping on our necks, who are shooting us, who are stopping us just for being black. We need to just link up as one people and do this together.
Yeah, honestly, we're not even expecting for anybody to watch this to change, your mind, but just know that there are actually people hurting. Just know that we're doing what we can to get the words to get out there. And it's not even that we know much. It's just what we have experienced, what we have seen, the hate that is building inside of us. It's just not fair. And the fact that we have to sit here and do nothing about it is just sad. Mm-hmm. It's very sad. I'm sorry, but it just is. And yeah, just talk to your friends beyond each other. Discuss about it, because it's honestly a big topic. Fudge Corona right now. Yeah. This is just hate.
This
Corona Corona will probably just swing by and disappear in a bit. But
this will never disappear.
This has always been how many years? Many years? We still do not have peace. We still do not have. We haven't rested.
And people who want to be like racism is dead, racism is alive and well. People need to realize that racism did not end like 100 years ago. No, it did not. There are people who are in retirement right now who are part of that era of relevant racism.
No, it's just difficult.
People need to realize that racism is alive and well and needs to die.
And it's hurting. It's hurting. Honestly, us just watching this, it hurts. I feel like crying when I'm seeing these things. It just isn't fair. The world isn't fair. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm being racist. Why I feel a lot towards seeing black men or black people getting hurt for.
Put in the comments below if you think black people can be racist. This is something we talk about all the time, where we say that we are racist, wherever it is. I don't believe that black people can be racist, but obviously if you could educate me, put it in the comments below and we'll see about it.
How can we be racist? It's just, we do have hate. We have hate from what we see. Not racist. I don't hate you because of your color. I hate you.
Yeah, I don't hate you because you're white. I don't hate you because you're Asian or Indian. I hate you because you're oppressing my people. I hate you because you're killing us. That's why I hate you, not because of your color. To be very clear.
But yeah, this is our video for today. We're gonna conclude it. And sorry if it was super
really long.
Serious and
but
long,
this video is unedited. It's just our raw emotions, and we're just posting it as you see it. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment, and there will be other videos about racism
and actually make videos of how you feel. Like, let your friends know.
There's so many people starting YouTube channels during Corona, and you should use your platform. I don't care if you have 2 subscribers.
We have
your
really
platform.
small.
Yeah, we have a small amount of
subscribers.
But we are still making this video because we are black and we have a voice and we want to be heard.
Yeah.
So if you have 2 subscribers or 0 subscribers, still post a video. The more videos that are out there is the more that people will know that we are one and we are united, that we care. Because if you are silent, then you're just giving them more reason to kill us, to rape us, to put us in jail. So let your voice be heard and let it be heard proudly.
Most importantly, don't let other race disrespect you.
Never let anybody disrespect you.
Bye.
Stay black.